Hello, and today we're going to make a walk cycle. Earlier in this unit we created the 8 characters of the walk cycle, and today we're going to use those 8 characters to create a walking cycle animation just like this. You're going to start by taking those 8 figures which you developed in separate layers, make sure they're locked, and you're going to create a folder that you're going to call figures, and we're going to put those 8 figures into the folder. Let's go ahead and lock the folder and turn off visibility, and then let's create a new layer called motion path. We're going to use the line tool to just draw a line, a nice horizontal line that our characters can walk along to keep them on the same walking level. And then go ahead and create another layer called walk cycle, and this is where we're going to put our characters to create the walking sequence. You can stick the motion path out into the timeline for a little bit. And now let's head to our first figure. You're going to hit Control, right click, and copy frames. Now go ahead and hide that figure, and we'll go up to your walk cycle to the first frame there and go ahead and hit Control, right click, paste to paste that character on frame 1 of the walk cycle layer. You're going to use the transform tool to draw a box around your character and then group it. And now let's move that character off the stage. We're going to go back down to figure 2. We're going to copy that figure, go up to the next space on the walk cycle and paste that character. And we are using about 2 frames for each movement. So when you paste character 2 in, go ahead again and group him. I'm going to turn on onion skinning. This is going to help me see my previous motion. And now I'm going to paste this character right where character 1's foot is going to hit the ground. So you want the back feet in this scenario to match. So I'm moving him and placing the back feet together, and again placing him on the line, kind of like this. So let's go ahead and hit F5 to add one more sequence to the frame to the sequence, and now we're going to go down and we're going to unlock character 3 to paste in our new open frame. So copy character 3. Again, I'm locking these characters every time I'm done using them, and I'm going to group character 3 and I'm going to place his feet right where character 2's feet ended. I'm going to add another frame, and now I'm going down to copy character 4, I'm grouping character 4, I'm pasting character 4, and placing this character right where character 3 ended up, and I'm adding another frame. What I'm doing here as well is I'm going, I'll speak as I continue to copy and paste. I'm adding a blank frame in, so I have a placeholder to paste my items in, but that's not really necessary. You can just go to the next frame and paste. So I'm on character 6 now, or 5 now, and I'm going to, or sorry, 6, and I'm going to continue copying and pasting the characters in, grouping them, and I'm very careful to, again, this time I'm matching up the front feet. The heel is landing on the ground, so I'm matching up the heels, and I'm sticking to 2 frames for each keyframe. Now I'm doing character 7, again, group the character, put the characters, line the character's feet up with the previous character, and then bring in character 8. This will complete one cycle of the walk cycle, but that doesn't mean we're done. So let's go ahead and place character 8, line up, group character 8, line up the feet. This time I'm still lining up the front feet here. And now we've got to continue working because we haven't quite made it across our page. We've really only made it a quarter across the page. So we have to go back and repeat this process. We're going to go back and copy character 1. And I can actually just go to the walk cycle figure since he's already grouped and paste him. I'd recommend using the grouped characters at this point. So I pasted character 1, I'm adding my extra frame, and then I'm going to go copy and paste character 2. And I'm just going to keep copying and pasting my characters in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then going back to 1 until my character walks all the way across the stage. I'm going to speed up my animation process here so you don't have to watch me click through everything, but the process is pretty simple. Our main goal is to line up the feet, so we're paying attention when the character's toes are landing and lining up the toes versus the heels and lining up the heels. We're paying attention to if it's the back foot versus the right foot. And again, you're just going to have to keep copying and pasting until you get your character all the way across the stage. I'll have to every once in a while stick my motion path out into the timeline a little further so I can keep referencing it. You can also copy and paste groups of characters to help you move them quicker, but if it's easier, just keep working with your first 8 so you don't lose count of where you're at. And if you do accidentally lose count, just look at the character before or look at your cheat sheet or your drawing to help you remember which order to paste your characters in. Paying careful attention to the order of the characters as you go will eliminate the need to have to fix errors when you're done with the walk cycle. Now our goal here is to make this character walk all the way across the stage. And so just keep that process up of copying and pasting. And remember that we're animating in 2s right now, so for every keyframe you're going to add another extra frame. If you'd like to slow your animation down a little bit, you can animate in 3s, where each keyframe will have 3 frames, but that's up to you. Okay, so my character has made it all the way across the stage at this point. I've made the character completely walk from one end to the other. I've played it a few times and I'm now just going back, and in this case I had a duplicate and I'm going to delete the duplicate. I'm cleaning up any other errors I might see, and now I'm going to add a classic tween just to smooth out the animation. I'm going to hide the motion path and then put in a background layer. A minimal effort background, at least have a floor. I'd pick a color that's not the same as your character so that they don't blend in. You want your character to stand out. And I'm going to pick a color for the wall behind the character. Again, pick colors that aren't the exact same color as your character so that you can have your character stand out a little bit in the animation. Play your animation to make sure everything looks smooth, and then you're going to be exporting this as an animated GIF. When you export this, make sure to save it to your desktop so it's easy to find, and make sure to title your animation relevant to the project. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed learning about the walk cycle.